Gents, and welcome back to our League of Legends Top 5 Play Show here on YouTube. We have an action-packed episode lined up for you today, full of both amazing mechanics and teamwork, so don't blink because you won't want to miss a second of this. Starting things off in our number 5 play, we have a short but action-packed clip showcasing a beautiful 1v1 turnaround from Zed. At the start, we see Find and Kill You get engaged on by Fizz, so he flashes away and prepares for the dive. Fizz flashes after him and immediately ults into his Q, leaving Zed to his grave, but he quickly turns it around and picks up the unexpected turnaround kill. Let's check that out one more time as he flashes to get closer and guarantee a shark and then Qs. Confident Zed will die to his bleed and ultimate, but he quickly ults the damage and then turns it around with a Shadow Slash into double shuriken for the kill. Coming in at our number 4 play, we have Smooth Sam on Thresh, who starts the playoff doing his best to save Varus and be a support, but then turns things around to carry the fight in the end. After a great lantern to rescue Varus, he turns back to defend him and lands a huge auto attack on Graves, spiking his health down thanks to the built-up damage from Flay. He exhausts Lee Sin to help Varus run away and then pulls him in, but Varus comes back to help and Lee Sin jumps to the ward, and despite a nice Flay, the enemy Zyra finishes him off. He continues on the Lee Sin as he desperately tries to finish him off, but Janna's shield combined with Lee Sin's W keeps him alive, but as soon as they fall, he lands a few more auto attacks and grabs the kill. He knows Zyra is coming, so he quickly sidesteps her route and then flashes over the wall. All of a sudden, he goes for the ballsy play and winds up a blind hook, going onto Janna and juking Zyra, grabbing his 3rd kill in this epic play. Switching gears to an amazing team play at our number 3 spot, we have Winter Cloud leading the charge on Fiddlesticks. Please note that this is a team fight and everyone on Purple Team does an excellent job. Although the Thresh from the last play may have had better solo mechanics, the impact of this play combined with how well synced up Purple Team is earns this play the number 3 spot. We see both teams dancing around red buff, looking for a fight in hopes to sweep the win from under their opponent's feet. Fiddlesticks tricks the enemy team and uses the Caitlyn trap to lead them to believe he's going around to regroup with his team. All of a sudden, he starts up Crowstorm as Nami launches out her Tidal Wave, and they both land, devastating the enemy team as he gets off a clutch Zhonya's and MF ults in from the side, absolutely melting them in seconds. His Drain grabs the kill over the wall as he survives with barely any health left, and off this play, his team pushes down mid, picking up the kill on Caitlyn in the enemy base along the way, and eventually taking it to the Nexus to win the game. Scoring in at our 2nd place spot is King Orog on an extremely well executed Nidalee. Right off the bat, we see her spear Lulu in the face, jumping in to burst her down, but Lulu polymorphs her and then ults, but she runs into the brush, finishing her off with the spear. As Malphite gets closer, she heals up and then hops back into Cougar form, hunting him down, but as she goes further and further in for the kill, we see Nasus start to sandwich her in. After the double, Nasus slows her with Wither, and now we see the enemy Varus headed her way. She quickly reacts by going into Cougar form and jumping his ultimate and then flashing his E and immediately popping out for the amazing snipe on Gragas for the kill. She goes back in to help Leona, putting down a trap first, which hits Nasus, and then he tries to get away with Flash, but the trap finishes him off. With 4 members of the enemy team down, her team funnels in after the Varus, and she finishes him off with the spear for the ace. All I can say is that's how you play Nidalee. And for our number 1 pro play for this week, we have Limit on Vayne with perfect positioning, awareness, and mechanics. At the start, we see the fight erupt as she moves in and sits far back, hitting whoever she can reach. The friendly Kennen goes in, and then the enemy Lee Sin jumps on her with his Q, so she backs off and repositions with the help of the Kennen ultimate, and then we freeze it. You can see she's positioned a full slicing maelstrom away from any threat on the enemy team except for the Fizz, who just jumped in on the Nocturne. She immediately stops killing Lee Sin to turn and condemn Fizz against the wall, and then turns back to get on Lee Sin. He jumps out, so she gets on to Fizz, but he Zhonya's her 3rd attack, so she swaps to the Jace, kiting back as she kills him and then tumbles back to dodge the close call E from Fizz. She flashes back in, focusing Ezreal even though the other 2 players are low, grabbing the kill and then immediately starting on Ezreal, tumbling back, which buys her just enough time to get the quadra kill. Taric pops her Guardian Angel and then runs away as Vayne comes back to life. The small things like the quick reaction to condemn Fizz against the wall to try and save Nocturne even though she was about to get the kill on Lee Sin, or the tumble self to avoid death from Fizz, all adds up to make this play the number 1 spot. And for the bonus clip of the week, we have OMG SX on Janna with one of the best time monsoons I've ever seen. Just want to announce a few things before I say my goodbyes. Brandon and I are leaving tomorrow for a week for a long overdue visit to some family in Florida, so we'll be MIA for about a week. At this point, I know you guys are all saying, oh my god, another week with no videos. Well, that brings me to my next announcement. Sometime extremely soon, we're going to release a special video we've been working on the side, and we know you guys will love it. I'm working on the finishing touches, and I'll be able to put that video out while I'm away, so look for that soon. As a final announcement, I'd like to hear your thoughts on an idea I've been thinking of. The other day, I was looking at some of the comments on week 140, which pointed out to a bunch of reasons why people think we skip videos or think we're lazy about things or say our excuses about low replay are a bunch of bull. Would you guys be interested in a video either with a voiceover